In this video, we're going to be looking at something called the while loop. The while loop is another example of iteration, which is condition controlled. We're going to look at a few different ways in how we can use the while loop to our advantage to make our code more efficient. So in last summer's exam, there was a really important question that loads of students got wrong, and it's the description about what a while loop actually is. That word true at the end is what people lost the mark on. A lot of people said until a condition is met, which is a little bit fussy of the exam board, but actually you need the word true instead because it shows your full understanding of it. And then that loop will repeat until that condition becomes false. Most of the time we will use a while loop when we don't know how many times we want the code to be repeating. So unlike the for loop, which is the count controlled one where we can say we want it to repeat this many times, it can repeat as many times as you need it to. So to begin with, I've got a variable which is called password, and it's going to allow the user to enter the password because we've used the word input, so they can type something in and press enter. Now the way it's laid out is quite similar to a for loop, but instead of the word for at the beginning, we're going to use the word while. And this is what this first line reads as: while the password, which we've entered, is not equal to Python123, which is the password, it will do what's inside the loop. So in other words, if they get the password wrong, that's when it's going to start this condition. And in this case, it's going to say incorrect password, try again. Anything that's indented, very similar to the for loop, is a part of the loop. And when I say indented, we've got this little gap at the beginning, which has appeared because we've got the colon at the end of the line. So if I just bring this up here for a second, after the colon, when I press enter, you will see it will automatically indent. Let's give this program a go and see it in action. So I've hit run and you can see in our shell at the bottom it says enter the password. Well, I'm going to purposely get it wrong and put the password is Mr. Moore and press enter. So at this point we've entered the while loop and it says incorrect password, try again. So again it's waiting for me to enter the password. So this time I'm going to put purple monkey washing machine, which is a common password, and then it says incorrect password, try again. So let's get the password correct. I'm going to put Python123 and press enter. You can see it's then exited the loop and it's gone on to the line 7 on here and it says access granted. Now if I just delete line 5, which is where they get another attempt at having a go at the password, and then run my code, let's have a look what happens. So it's going to ask us for the password. This time we're going to get it wrong again. We're just going to put king as the password. We'll press enter and watch what happens. So you can see it's saying incorrect password, try again, but it keeps on saying this. It's now got stuck in something known as an infinite loop. So including the input again inside the loop is very important in this example because that means they will be able to re-enter the password until they get the correct password. Now this isn't fantastic program design because what if they never know the password and they're stuck trying to attempt that password forever? So let's call our variable counter and we're going to set it to 1 at the beginning because they've already had one attempt at the passwords. So I've changed my code around a little bit to make this work, and we'll just go from the top so you can see how we've got this working. So the program begins by them entering the password like before. So we've got a variable called password, input's going to let them type in their password, and the counter at that point is going to be set to 1 because they've had one attempt at it. Now, while the password is not equal to Python123 and the counter is less than 3. So we've got two conditions that it's checking here. At that point it will say incorrect password, try again, and it lets them try the password again, which is all part of the while loop. And then our counter will increase by 1 because they've had another attempt at it. So this while loop will keep repeating, and if they've had less than 3 attempts, then at that point it will break out of the while loop and then it will do the second part using selection like we said earlier. And if they got the right password, it's then going to say to them access granted. But if they didn't get the right password, then it's going to say too many incorrect attempts, you are locked out. So we'll run our code, let's see it. So enter the password, I'm going to try hello, incorrect password, try again. I'm going to try gate, incorrect password, try again. I'm going to try monitor. We had 3 attempts and now it says too many incorrect attempts, you are locked out. We'll run it one more time, enter the password. We're going to get it wrong once. We'll try hello again, but this time we're going to do Python123 and it tells us access granted. So for this one, we're going to use some Boolean logic, and you can see we've got a variable at the beginning, which is called running this time, and our Boolean is going to be set to true. Now you could put while running equal to true with a double equals sign, But there's no need on this one. When using Boolean logic, you can just put while running and it will do the exact same thing. We're asking them, do they want to continue? If they put yes, it's going to iterate again, and then it will repeat and ask them that same question. But if they put no, that's when it's going to update our Boolean and it's going to change running to false. And in this case, it will end the loop. So let's run the code and see. So do you want to continue? Let's put yes. Do you want to continue? Yes, yes, yes. But if I say no, it tells us the loop has ended. A final while loop example is a little bit similar to how we've used a for loop in terms of doing a counter. And in this case, we've set a variable which is x to 0. And it's going to say while x is less than 3, it's going to say hello. And after each time, it's going to increase x by 1. Let's see this one working. So you can see instantly we've got hello 3 times. And that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.